Coach Shaw. So today's power session is about art. And I'm gonna say it's probably, well, it's my favorite kind, my favorite style of art. It's called stippling. And stippling is basically just a bunch of dots to form a piece of work. So when I first did stippling, it was in marker, and it was very, very, very bad. But it was my first time. I was a sophomore, and yeah, and it was a hand holding a torch of fire with fire in it. So that was the very first time I did stippling. That was before I was really into it. I just kind of did it because it was an assignment to do for class. And then the next time I did it was junior year at a different school, and she had us do like this trial piece before we did like the real thing. So this is the trial. So this is like when I was reintroduced into it, and we used like these kind of pens instead of like you know, Crayola markers. So I felt a lot more professional. But yeah, this is when I finished this is when I really fell in love with stippling, and now I do it all the time. Anytime I'm doing a project or anything like that, I'm doing stippling. And it's my family's favorite piece that I do. But I've done it, I'm gonna say I've done it, let's see, if we count the first time, I don't really like to count it, but if we count the first time, we did the one with the torch. I did another one with the pinky promise, like hands in marriage with wedding rings. So that would be 2. I did another story in the Bible. So that's 3. And then this one I'm gonna do is just 4. And they all kind of have something in common, and the thing that they have in common is that they're hands. I always, for some reason, I don't know, I just always did hands. So of course I had to continue that with this power session, and I'm going to do hands. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. So keep watching if you want to see the whole thing. And at the very end, you will see the end result. Okay? Also, as you can see, you can't really see what's going on in the paper. So just, you know, like now you can't see it, but now you can. So just be aware of that in this video. Okay? Hey guys, it's Coach Shaw, just letting you know that this whole process is in time lapse. So throughout the video, you'll see like me holding it up to the camera, and it's gonna pause, so you can kind of see the progress that way since you can't see the paper. So now that you've seen the progress of what it takes to do this, and if you can't tell, I can explain to you really quick. So basically, what I started off doing was I had the picture on a phone. I got the picture off Unsplash, which is a really cool place to get some pictures. You know, if you need anything, they're just people upload pictures and you can use them. So I got the picture from Unsplash and put it in black and white, and then I put a grid on it. And then after I put the grid on it, I used that with the grid or without the grid, because I did use it without the grid in the second half. But and then I basically just transferred it onto here. So then I did the math and made the grid on here on the big paper. Sorry, I made the graph on the big paper, so it was into 9 squares or rectangles. And then after I did that, I basically just copied everything that was on that picture in here. But you're gonna see that I did a lot of things different. So for example, in the picture, it's a male hand, but in this, it's a woman's hand. So yeah, and you know, there are leaves up here that were not there, and there's leaves up there that are not here. So there's different things. I had to change a lot, and I'm gonna say that's one of the best parts about art, is that you can make it your own and people don't even know, or you know, it's more you. So it's not like you're just copying and pasting some picture off of the internet. So yes, that's what I did. And then after I transferred it with pencil, I shaded it in so that I can get a visual of how it's gonna look with the dots, and then I basically just go over it with the dots. And I have different ones, different levels, different yeah. So like there's really big ones and then there's really tiny ones. So I use the tiny ones for the airier spaces, the lighter spaces, and then the bigger ones for the darker spaces. So you'll see that in the picture. And yeah, now I'm gonna just talk about all the past ones that I've done. So I already told you the very first one is with the hand and the torch, and you're gonna see that it's a big difference from this piece now than that last piece. So my first piece. So that'll be interesting to look at. But yeah, it's my first stippling piece, so you have to have respect for it, I guess. But then I already showed you this one. It's not really a piece, it's just, you know, trial and error kind of thing. This is my first time using the pens and doing it in black and white, so I really like this a lot. Yeah, just gotta keep looking at it. And then my second piece, the whole piece with the frame, is the one with the 2 hands in marriage, and that one was also a picture. That one was a home picture, so it wasn't like I got it off the internet, which was actually really nice. And that one, it took a while, because that one I actually did at school, and when you're in art class, you have to go according to the time the teacher has. So if she assigns it for like 2 weeks, then every day you're going there. Say you have a 45-minute class 5 days a week, so it's like, I don't know, just 2 weeks of 45 minutes. That one it felt like it took a long time, because the time was so like stretched out, but I think that was the longest one I've done. And then that one I love it. We entered it in a competition, and I got first, so that's really exciting. And then the next one I did was the one that's a little bit more personal, because it's religious, and it's about, if you know it, if you see it, you will know the story. If you don't, it's not good. Anyway, so yeah, it was really interesting. It took me a day to do it, but again, start to finish, like I started it, you know, in the morning and I did it at night kind of thing. It wasn't like it took a few hours. So that one was interesting, because I felt like I had a little bit more experience with stippling, so it wasn't like I was still trying to figure it out. But yeah, that one, I really love that one too. I actually did that one twice. So the first time I did it First, it just didn't look right, and like it just, the feet wasn't right, the ground was all weird, there was no shadow. It was just so, it was so bad. So I had to redo the whole thing over. The only thing I liked from the first time was the hand, because it was, I feel like, I don't remember if it was darker or not, but it was something about the hand that I really liked. And then the second time I did it, the hand wasn't as good, but it was still better than the whole first time. So I actually did it twice. I don't even know what the first one is. I think it's in the house somewhere. Anyway, so then the second one is the better one, which is the one you're gonna see, and, or the one you've seen, I don't know. And yeah, just, it's so much more pleasing. It's so, it feels like that's you, you know? Okay, if you're a woman. Anyway, and then this last one here, it doesn't really have a meaning. I just wanted to do one that had hands in it because that's all I've been doing. That's all I know. And because this was, this is a, like, you know, a little quick one. It's not like I'm doing anything. So, entering in a competition. Oh, also, I did enter the other one in a competition and got first on that one too. So, I have the trophies to prove it. Okay. Anyway, yes, so this one, I don't know, I really like it. I'm gonna do a little bit more on it because it's not, you know, an artist is never finished. So I'm gonna just make it look a little bit better. It's still really, really good, I think, for the conditions that I was working in. So, yeah. It looks kind of like, it kind of reminds me of when that scene in The Little Mermaid where Ursula turns into the woman and she's all beautiful and she has, like, you know, like, obviously this hand does not look beautiful, but, you know, it looks kind of evil, like Maleficent, and then she's holding like this beautiful plant flower thing. So I think it's very interesting. It's not something that I would usually do, so I'm proud of it. I mean, it is what it is at this point, you know? So, okay, so now I'm just gonna do some finishing touches, as I mentioned earlier, because it can be so much better. Also, this little line here is not a part of it, okay? Everything is supposed to be in dots, and that line is killing me, but I might play off of it. We'll see. I just don't, the line, it's like, you know, just a little smudge, and you can't, it's not like I don't know. So, just beware. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, we back, which is different from before. Let me take it back to 2004, where something was birthed, it was cared for and nurtured, and now it stands before ATO is ready for war.
Plugged in, juiced up, electrified. Got dancers, steppers, and the drum line. 10 toes deep, still RDP, still past the print. She still Miss Peace, coming for the streets.
I'm plugged in.
ATO.
Are you plugged in?
ATO.
I'm plugged in.
ATO.
Are you plugged in? Of course. Plug into the source. Generate, regulate, navigate, formulate, escalate, radiate, motivate, stimulate, illuminate, graduate, educate, elevate. Let them know, let it go, let it flow. ATO.
ATO, we at the outlet. Are you plugged in? If you out of socket, you out of pocket. Don't worry, we got you, and nothing can stop us from jumping and stopping. Cause we get it poppin', we live like a rocket, fly like a pilot. I like pockets, plug in like chargers. The numbers, the dollars, to know they got us.
Yo, it's your boy Tay, guys. I'm the front for ATO today. Power is actually into the source, so you know I got power running full force.
ATO.
I'm plugged in.
ATO.
Are you plugged in?
ATO.
I'm plugged in.
ATO.
Are you plugged in? Of course. graduate, educate, elevate. Let them know, let it go, let it flow. ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in? ATO. I'm plugged in. ATO. Are you plugged in?
Bye.